Yo, what's up? Welcome to Citrus Lane. I'm your host, Jess. Happy Monday. It's the 23rd. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays and all the other stuff. Come watch creepy videos with me, won't you?
This is the true story of Santa Claus, aka Satan's Claus. For many years, people celebrated and enjoyed Christmas without knowing the dark history behind the holiday. First celebrated in the 4th century, people have always questioned the origin of the holiday since its birth. Curious and somewhat skeptical, people began digging for the truth, and it wasn't till long after someone discovered that by rearranging the letters in the name Santa, it spells Satan. This new discovery would only get darker as more details came to the light. The conspiracy thickened as connections were drawn between devilish contracts and the seemingly innocent exchange of gifts for good behavior. We've all probably heard before that the devil is known for making contracts, also known as a clause, giving people everything they desire in return for their soul. Oddly, just like how Santa Claus gives you everything you want on your Christmas list, in return for good behavior and cookies. These seemingly weird similarities have led to speculation that Christmas may not be as jolly as it may seem. Adding to the mystery, it is undeniable that Santa is well known for wearing the color red, suspiciously similar to Satan. Why may this be? It is believed that red symbolizes passion, power, danger, and temptation. Both Santa and Satan wearing red could signify a duality between the joyous, gift-giving figure and the darker, tempting presence. But yet, perhaps an even darker connection lies within the world of Santa's helpers. Consider this. Elves, those seemingly cheerful assistants in Santa's workshop, bear an uncanny resemblance to mythical demons. Both have been portrayed as mischievous and supernatural beings, serving powerful figures. As cameras found their way into households, a peculiar pattern emerged. For years, children had been captured in candid moments with Santa. However, the most intriguing detail was often overlooked. The terrified faces of the little ones caught in the frame as they sit on the lap of the mythical being we all know for being jolly. Were these images inadvertently exposing a truth that eluded the adult eye? Could children, in their innocence, sense something about Santa that adults remain oblivious to?
I mean, maybe it was just that there's this big weird guy and you have to sit on his lap, but whatever. I mean, Krampus does look kind of satanic. Or like, you know, some depiction of Satan. I don't know. That's just so funny.
Good in the morning. Beulah here. They asked me to do a Christmas story video. And I'm going to expose the truth, okay, about these stories. 'Twas the night before Christmas. And all through the doggone house, not a creature was a stirring. Not a mouse and not even a heifer. You know why? Because they've been evicted. So that's the part they want to leave out. They want to dress it up. But you can't dress up nothing with Beulah. You got to know the truth. Y'all know why Santa Claus is really coming to town? Because he cheating on Mrs. Claus with Luella across town. He is really going down her chimney. And 9 months later, she have other little Clauses. Y'all remember this Christmas season, you can't let in and everybody come over your house. Because some people are thieves. Even your spouse.
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Did the whole thing rhyme? It was very rhymey. But did the whole thing rhyme?
Santa Claus could literally be symbolism for Satan, like Satan in disguise. This is just a theory, but listen, and you'll understand how this all makes sense. So, if you rearrange the letters in Santa, you can spell Satan. But everyone knows that. The theory goes on to say that Santa and Satan share the same colors. They both use red.
I'm just imagining somebody like telling somebody that, like, no, really, you can rearrange the letters Santa and you can spell Satan, and just that person be like, what? And like legitimately mind blown.
Use red when being represented. Also, we know that the devil is attached to greed. Well, what is Christmas attached to? Greed. It's all about having lots of things, like loads of gifts and toys. You want to have a lot of something, right? If you do the math, over the last 23 years, this is using the calendar theory, by the way. With 13 28-day months, Jesus' birthday would be the first day of spring. when everything comes to life. People also say that there's a theory for the trees. Pagans allegedly used to take plants and trees in their homes on the 25th December to honor and celebrate a pagan god's birthday. The theory goes on to say that the whole revamp of Christmas was to detach Christ from Christmas and make it this into a thing that just makes everyone want to buy stuff. What do you think about that?
I definitely go with the like over commercialization, but that's probably where I don't think it's an analog for Satanism. That's crazy talk. That's crazy town. He did the thing. Wait, what? I missed that. I love that he did the like thinky face to the to the words. That was great. Yes.
Have you ever wondered how Santa manages to deliver gifts to billions of children in one night? What if it's not magic but advanced technology? Think about it. A sleigh that defies gravity, reindeer that travel faster than light, and an ability to know whether you've been naughty or nice. It sounds more like alien technology than a holiday legend. Some even believe the North Pole could be a hidden extraterrestrial base concealed beneath the Arctic ice. Could Santa actually be an alien visiting Earth each year, using hyper-advanced tech to spread joy? And if that's true, why does he do it? Is it out of goodwill, or is there a deeper, more mysterious purpose behind his annual visits? Perhaps Santa isn't just watching us to check his list. He could be observing humanity as part of a larger cosmic mission. The question remains, is Santa simply a cherished Christmas icon, or is there more to the story than we've been told? What do you think? Could Santa be an alien? Share your thoughts below.
While that sentence is ridiculous in and of itself, is Santa an alien? I'm more down with that idea than I am Santa being like a tricky way of like squeezing Satan in there. And like to further that, maybe his cosmic mission is like the aliens are trying to make humans better people. Like they're trying to like humanize us, but they're like trying to make us, ready to be in the universal civilization or whatever, and it's just not working. That would be cool. That's a cool way to take that.
Never celebrate Christmas with your kids. And here's why. Did you know December 25th isn't Jesus' real birthday? Historians suggest Jesus was likely born in late September during the harvest season. The Bible mentions shepherds watching their flocks at night, which doesn't happen in the winter cold. So, why December 25th? This date was chosen to align with pagan festivals, like the worshipping of the sun god Sol Invictus. Let's not forget about Santa Claus. Did you know Santa is an anagram for Satan? Santa Claus might just be a clever way of disguising Satan's claws. Think about it. A mythical figure who distracts from the true meaning of the season. Santa encourages greed and materialism, steering children away from spiritual values. And what about the Christmas tree? It's a symbol of pagan fertility rituals, not Christianity. Pagans believed evergreen trees held sacred powers to ward off evil spirits. Even the act of decorating them has roots in ancient idol worship. So while you're celebrating Christmas, remember it's more about worshiping pagan gods than anything else.
I don't like, maybe my family is weird and they taught me Christmas different than like everyone else, but like, who are the people making this these like videos that like honestly believe that Christmas is this like wanting you to like buy things for yourself. I mean, yeah, it's wanting you to buy things, but it's wanting you to give things to other people. Like, yeah, there are lots of people that buy things for themselves utilizing Black Friday, but like, I mean, it's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be buying things for other people and doing things for people. I'm not gonna go on a tangent. I just think that that's kind of dumb, and I don't understand it.
Matrix update, and I'm not really surprised about this update, but it's still wild. The Vatican, the Pope, Christmas Eve, opening up 5 portals. We are so close to the end of the year. And, you know, they just can't leave it alone. These inorganic ones, they just do the most. You know, that's what I'm talking about. They want people to be on a low vibration so they can keep in control of this fuckery that we are in. And they want to do more fuckery on Christmas Eve by opening 5 portals. Like when you hear the Pope and the Vatican and 5 portals being opened up on Christmas Eve, you know that whatever's going to happen with these portals is not a good thing. It's very low vibrational because Christmas really is low vibrational. Santa, Satan, you know, every holiday that the inorganic ones dish out to us is low vibrational. It's got a deeper meaning behind it. It goes deep down the rabbit hole. Christmas, if you knew the real reason why they do Christmas, you would be gobsmacked. We all have a couple of weeks to level up, you know, and not be distracted about what these inorganic ones are trying to do with all these different agendas, you know, especially around Christmas, protect your energy. And this old goofy ass Pope and the Vatican. And yes, I'll be mean to the Pope, because the Pope is a reptilian, very low vibrational entity. They're doing the most because they need to do the most, because they know their time is almost up here. You know, the inorganic ones, the Pope, the Vatican, you know, they know their time is almost up. So they're trying to bring in low vibrational entities around Christmas to go into the new year to keep people in fear and to keep people controlled.
What about opening a portal is low vibrational? That sounds like you would need to understand the mechanics of higher dimensions in order to do that. I don't understand that the Pope is a reptilian. The future me, find the Futurama space Pope. He is a reptilian. The Christmas conspiracy theory we weren't ready for. Mary Poppins transitioned into the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2.
Thank you.
It didn't like give any information. It just showed clips together. So yeah, that's totally Mary Poppins. Yeah, totally. 100%.
You're a genius. Can I try it?
Okay. Hold it steady.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah, don't hit the tree.
Okay.
Boy, these are gonna be great pictures.
Yeah, wait till the guys at school see them.
Wait till the world sees them. We'll be famous.
Take pictures.
Wow.
The theory is that Christmas and the holiday season was invented to make people stop killing themselves because of the cold weather.
What?
Yeah.
The hell?
So if you think about it, the suicide rate when it's cold outside, even you can think about it with like depression and how people feel during the cold months. Yo, people are depressed. Like they feel lonely. They're indoors. They can't really go outside. When the sun's not out, they don't feel right. So to combat that, what the people in charge did, they ended up creating holidays to make us look forward to things. Now, what are the common themes of Christmas?
What,
look,
joyous? Yeah, being happy.
Joy, cheer, and celebration.
It's like the opposite.
So it's the complete opposite feelings of depression. So for you to focus on those things, it's almost like it's almost like a hit of like hope.
Yeah.
Type thing. You look forward to something in the winter now rather than you dread it, because usually back in the day, winter was a time when people had to work the hardest.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't go out and hunt. They had to freeze all their food, and they weren't eating as much because they're in a scarcity mindset. So the opposite of that, Christmas, is abundance, abundance,
good,
abundance. You know,
Yeah, that's actually
changes
good.
your mind. Yeah.
I mean, the reasoning is sound, but like, when were these created? Also, like, sure, things were harder back then, but who the fuck thinks, oh my god, I gotta work a little? Oh, okay, lots of people think. Who the hell thinks, man, it's a little cold outside, I'm just gonna end it all right now? That's just ridiculous. I'm sure there are people who have done it or do it or think that. I'm sure that somebody will end up commenting like, bro, I want to kill myself every time it drops 2 degrees. But it's like, man,
There will be no internet on Christmas 2024. In The Simpsons, Springfield spirals into chaos when the global internet crashes on Christmas Eve. Kids glued to their tablets, Homer binge-watching Christmas movies, and Marge video chatting with family are abruptly cut off as screens go blank. Wi-Fi signals disappear, phones lose connection, and a shark severing undersea cables is to blame. Without the internet, Springfield becomes unrecognizable. Shops can't process payments, streaming services stop, and social media addicts wander the streets, lost without their daily updates. Even Santa's online delivery tracker goes down, leaving kids worried about their presents. Frustration and confusion sweep the town as residents grapple with the sudden disconnect. But as the hours pass, Springfield begins to change. Families gather around fireplaces, sharing stories and laughter instead of scrolling. Kids rediscover the joy of board games, and neighbors come together, fostering bonds long forgotten. By Christmas night, the absence of the internet has brought Springfield closer, reminding everyone of the joy found in human connection and the true spirit of the holiday season. Follow for part 2.
God, their eyes going different directions was creepy as hell. Oh my god. I was more focused on like the AI messing up than anything else. Also, like in the first clip, like in that one, there's 2 Marges. Here's a Marge right here, there's a Marge right here, but this one's like a dumb copy or something. It's disturbing.
Have you heard the conspiracy theory that Santa's red was invented by Coca-Cola?
Yep.
It's fake news. The real story is wilder than that. Coca-Cola based their depiction of Santa off a painting of 4th century St. Nick, but Coke decided to make him look realistic. So how did they do this? They used Lou Prentice, an overweight, rosy-cheeked, jolly neighbour of the painter Haddon Sunbloom. But the wildest part of this story is that in 1937, people were so outraged with the ads from Coca-Cola because they left out one important detail: his wedding ring. People were wondering, what happened to Mrs. Claus? But why am I telling you this story? It speaks to the importance of understanding strategy. Strategy helped work out that for advertising to work, we need to associate with the emotions and moments of consumption. Strategy allows you to consistently hit the same moment year after year and see the sales increase. If you're interested in improving your strategy skills, join one of my free weekly workshops.
What?
And if you don't learn anything, I'll shotgun a Coca-Cola in a Santa suit for you.
What? Okay, I'm gonna give bro props for turning that into an ad. I should have seen it coming, but whatever.
Do you believe in Santa? Long ago, in a snowbound village nestled in the heart of the north, there lived a humble toy maker named Nicholas. Known for his kind heart and unmatched craftsmanship, Nicholas spent his days carving wooden animals and sewing stuffed dolls for the children of the village. However, one harsh winter, a terrible blizzard struck, isolating the village and plunging its people into despair. Moved by the children's sadness, Nicholas worked tirelessly to create toys for every child. But how would he deliver them in such treacherous weather? That night, as he gazed at the swirling snow, he had an idea.
I'm sorry, what?
A sleigh from afar.
The music's a little loud.
He set out under the cover of darkness. Guided by the light of the stars, Nicholas crept from house to house, leaving his handmade treasures at each doorstep. When the children awoke to find the gifts, their laughter filled the air, warming even the coldest hearts. From that day, he became known as Saint Nicholas, or Santa Claus, the bringer of joy.
I could have sworn it was gonna say Saint Nicholas or whatever. That was so fucking distracting. The audio was so loud. Also, it wasn't creepy at all. Well, the AI videos are kind of creepy no matter what, so.
Is this the scariest Christmas song of all time? This theory says yes. So I absolutely know that you all have heard of the song Santa Claus is Coming to Town. They've made movies about it, they've made shirts, all types of merchandise talking about Santa Claus coming to town. But let's talk about why it's very, very scary. When I first heard this song as a kid, I was certain that Santa was some type of deity or god, because how in the world does he know all of these things that the song tells you that he knows?
We were watching, just real quick, we were watching Red One last night, and it refers to, I can't remember if it's The Rock's character or Chris Evans' character, but one of them refers to Krampus as like a I think it's The Rock, refers to Krampus as like a demigod type entity, and like, yeah, I kind of always thought of Santa Claus and all the like holiday creatures as like some sort of demigods or like low-level deities as well. That's, yeah.
Okay, but okay. Seriously listen to the lyrics, okay? You better watch out. You better not cry. And you better not pout. I'm telling you why. Because Santa Claus is coming to town. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
Yes, he's a god of some sort.
Knows when you're naughty or nice. He's God. Santa, in this song, is literally God. I didn't think about it as a kid, but man, what a unique manipulation tactic towards your kids to make them act right. Well, Santa God it is.
I mean, maybe not like the God, like the one Catholic God or the one Christian God or whatever, but like maybe a God with like some level well, with omnipotence. I was about to say some level of omnipotence, but like omni means all, so that wouldn't really make sense. Anyway, yeah, Santa Claus, God, entity confirmed. I love how we have shifted from Santa is Satan and Christmas is evil to, I don't know, maybe Santa's God. No, maybe he's an alien.
Here's a theory I've been thinking about Christmas, specifically about Santa Claus. Have you ever wondered why there's a naughty and nice list for Santa Claus to check on kids? It seems like a way to make kids behave better, right? Let me tell you something interesting. In certain places like Northern Asia and areas near Siberia, they have a unique tradition. Instead of the usual Santa Claus, there's a different version, a bit sinister. This character is also called Santa Claus, but he's not the good one. He partners with Krampus, a winter demon. Together, they visit children to see if they've been naughty or nice. If they've been naughty, Krampus steps in to give some form of punishment. The dark twist to the Santa Claus tale goes back to the 1600s in a play called Robin Goodfellow. Robin Goodfellow, the main character, is shown as half man and half goat. Interestingly, Robin was a medieval term for the devil. Here's the interesting part. His signature laugh is ho 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 ho, which is exactly where Santa Claus got his distinctive laugh. So the whole idea of the naughty and nice list, Santa's laugh, and even the origins of Santa Claus all go back to this fascinating play from the 1600s. It's a unique journey that adds a bit of mystery to the holiday season.
Man, AI does so good until it fucks up, and then it's really obvious. I mean, it's obvious that it's AI anyway, but it's Oregonans, is that what it said? And then like before, because lead and lead are the same, or spelled the same, it said it the wrong way because it doesn't have the intelligence to know which way to say it. That's so funny. I like that other cultures have like their own versions of Santa. I think that's cool. Even if we took inspiration from those cultures, that's still really cool. Isn't it called something else too? Like it's not just Santa Claus, it's like Sinterklaas or something. So it's basically Santa Claus, but it's like in German or something. I don't know. Educate, tell me. Let me know.
Here's some of the greatest conspiracy theories of all time. Part 4. The Grinch has a well-known backstory about hating Christmas. However, eventually in the movie, his heart grows 3 sizes and he loves Christmas once again. But this story may continue longer than we think. It is clear that the Grinch isn't exactly right in the head, but during one of the Grinch's wacky stunts, he could have gotten a head injury. This injury would later take a toll on him as he grew old and caused him to lose his memory. After him and his dog died, They were given a new life in a realm called Halloween Town, where they now lived as Jack Skellington and Zero. He later reunites with his love for Christmas, just like he had when he was alive. Both eventually wear a Santa suit, both deliver presents, and both have a doll companion. It may be possible that How the Grinch Stole Christmas and The Nightmare Before Christmas are tied together.
I like that one, clearly. But, like, also, there's other, there's the theory that Frankenweenie is, what is it? How does it go? It's like that Frankenweenie, the boy and the dog from that movie, become, I don't remember any of the characters' names, but become the guy and the dog from The Corpse Bride, who then become Jack and Zero. Yeah, I like that. That's a cool theory. It makes sense. It also, like, real quick, also kind of makes sense on why he, I don't know, rewatching it, there's not a lot of him messing with Zero, but, like, he does seem to actually care about Zero, and so, like, maybe it's the Grinch's, like, attempt at making up for how bad he is, how bad of a pet owner he is at first.
What would Jesus say about Christmas? Well, that's an excellent question, and I've got my own opinion on that, and I believe that Jesus would say, why are you guys celebrating my birthday when it's not my birthday? As we all know, Jesus was not born on December 25th. Well, why are we celebrating Jesus' birthday on a day that wasn't his birthday? Now, maybe your kids are small and you celebrate their birthday on a weekend because their birthday lands on a weekday, so you might move it a smidge, but nobody moves it months. And I think if Jesus saw everybody and told us exactly what he thought about celebrating his birthday on December 25th, he would say that you are all celebrating my birthday in honor of the sun god, Horus, where they used to sacrifice babies to please him. And if you really think, if December 25th was actually a day of sacrifice of babies, how many babies would they have had to please Horus? Well, quite a few, I would imagine. Well, how many months does it take a baby? Because people want to be prepared, they want to plan ahead. So that brings us back 9 months prior to Christmas, where Easter. We celebrate Easter for what? The resurrection. Coincidentally, Easter, which is also another god, Ishtar, the god of war and fertility, which is why there's rabbits and eggs, was actually a pagan holiday that was observed by basically having an orgy. So everybody got together on Easter, had a lot of sex, so 9 months later there'd be a lot of babies. And coincidentally, when all those babies were born, old Horus was there December 25th, wanting you to slice them open and sacrifice the babies to him. And then here we are, thousands of years later, celebrating baby Jesus' birthday on Christmas, when in reality on Christmas was a sacrificial day where millions of babies were slaughtered, and that is what I think he would think. How dare you?
Okay. Okay. I don't believe anything that guy just said. And I could go, and I actually did find an article that I would still have to do some more digging to, like, verify some things, but, like, man, when people say ridiculous stuff like that, take it with a grain of salt. Don't let it make you upset. Don't let it, like, that is not, nothing he said is true as far as I can find. I don't think Jesus would say anything about you practicing Christmas. I don't think he would say a damn thing. I think he would ask you what you wanted for a gift. I think that's where his brain would be, because that's the type of person Jesus is. I don't think he would shun you. I think he would just ask you what you want.
Can't just see that Santa's a god, blah, blah, blah. How dare you? Anyway, I'm Piper. I have a master's in folklore. It's a graduate degree in a very useful field. So you didn't like that I said Santa was a god. I don't care what you like. Not only is Santa a god, but he's a powerful one and an American one. Hear me out. Unlike Faye, Santa is omniscient. He knows. Yep. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He also is omnipresent. He can be everywhere in a single night. He has the ability to pass the judgment of good and evil, which is reserved for the highest deities to determine your soul and worthiness. That's an extremely powerful deity. And like most pantheons, Santa comes with an adversary. Satan is an adversary. Santa gets Krampus, who's the anti-Santa. You said he was American, how dare you? Yes. There's a case to be made for Santa having Odin origins. For example, Odin also has a sleigh pulled by, not reindeer.
Goats.
And like Odin, Santa is a very powerful deity. Odin is the top deity in Norse mythology, but they don't have a lot of similarities. But that was before he became an egregore. An egregore is a creature that arises from popular conscious beliefs. And Santa became America's sweetheart. He is as American as capitalism. How could you say such a thing? That's not true at all. He is an old god and he's based off of a Catholic saint. I mean, a little. This was OG St. Nicholas, end of the 3rd century into the 4th century. He was in Turkey and he helped the poor, disenfranchised, and is even the patron saint of sex workers. We don't get Santa until 1850, New York City, USA, where some dude wrote this little obscure ditty you've probably never heard. The Night Before Christmas. The guy was a poet. He was a creative writer. It's thought that he made Santa up using a combination of the Catholic saint, St. Nicholas, Sinterklaas, who was a Dutch figure, largely based on Odin. But he was just a bro who was making some poetry because it's what he wanted to do. Now, back to the egregore thing. He was invented and then he took off. We buried him into the hearts and minds of Americans and American children and Western children. He spread around the world in popularity to such an extent where I got my name in the book and was sent to detention in grade 1 when I told the other kids that Santa wasn't real. Committed an unforgivable sin, the equivalent of which is like burn the witch at the stake. How dare she deny the existence of Santa? I'd ruined Christmas. Because this deity, he now comes with altars, he comes with imagery, he comes with songs, and spread Christmas cheer by sharing my name. This egregore is all-powerful because we gave him that power, but yeah, I think Santa's a god. I don't worship at the Church of Santa.
Liar. You could also say he's a tulpa, right? Like, there's the argument there for him being, he wasn't a thing. But then because so many people believed that he was a thing and put so much psychic energy into it, he became a thing, right? I was going to look up what tulpas were, but pretty sure that's what a tulpa is. Yeah, in Tibetan Buddhism and later traditions, I messed up my page. Of mysticism and the paranormal, a tulpa is a materialized being or thought form, typically in human form, that is created through spiritual practice and intense concentration. So, sort of intense concentration, but just focused over years and years and years and years.
You know how in Christmas movies, when you see Santa and the sleigh and the other reindeer, sometimes it's missing Rudolph. And most of the time, it's missing Rudolph.
Because he's not part of the pack, though.
Yeah, so check this out. So, Rudolph, was he only part of the squad for one night? And did he actually die during that night where he went out with Santa?
What?
That's why he's not part of the pack anymore. Bro, so there's a theory, because in the Polar Express, there's a statue of Rudolph with a glowing nose. And usually when you put a statue up of somebody that was on a team or something, they usually died in battle. Or they're commemorating their life. So theory goes that Rudolph actually passed away and he died. Now, in I think there's a Christmas movie, I think it's called 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and it says Santa used 8 tiny reindeers for his sleigh. Now if you think about 8. So they had the original 8, but with Rudolph, that makes 9. Check this out. You can still count up to 8 with the other reindeer if you use 0. Now, in The Nightmare Before Christmas, in The Nightmare Before Christmas, there was a quote-unquote the reindeer with a glowing nose named Zero.
What?
Yeah, the dog in Nightmare Before Christmas, his name, I guess maybe he's not a dog, but his name was Zero. It was a ghost. It wasn't even confirmed to be a dog, right? But he was pretty much his Rudolph. So theory goes Rudolph died, passed away, and his name's Zero because he was the extra on the team of the 8, and he is considered like a tiny reindeer, you know?
What the heck? Yeah, no, because I think
I'm biased and I like it because of Nightmare Before Christmas, but I don't think it works the way that they're wanting it to.
Since I realized what Christmas was really about, I never really thought about it the same way anymore. Do you know what Christmas is really about? It was a pagan holiday. And they would do some heinous stuff on Christmas. It definitely wasn't baby Jesus' birthday. Nor was his name Jesus. Are you aware of that? You don't know his real name? Yahshua. His name today would be Joshua. Back then it was Yeshua.
On the mother forking shelf. I'm Piper. I have a master's in folklore. The item A for aforementioned masters. So, you know what Elf on the Shelf is, right?
That's dope.
This little freak. I was really suspicious of Elf on the Shelf, and I had some really nefarious theories before I looked into him. So the general idea is Elf on the Shelf is supposed to be Santa's little helper, and he lives in your house and reports back to Santa to let Santa know if your kid was good or bad. And then parents get inventive and put their elf in all sorts of different positions and stuff. But this elf showed up in 2005 acting like he had always existed, right? I remember seeing him in Target going, what is this? And it says on the box, a Christmas tradition. Okay, first I'm going to introduce you to 2 concepts. Stick with me. Egregore I mentioned in my Santa video. Tulpa might be one that you know. Tulpa is a figment, a creature, a creation made from the consciousness of one. And Egregore is from the belief or consciousness of many.
Oh.
In my argument that Santa was an egregore, it's the belief of everyone turning him into this powerful deity that he's become, where he can be everywhere in one night. He knows you're good and bad and evil. Now, Elf on the Shelf could go a very dry academic route. There's this section of folklore called material culture. I'm not going to do that. We're going to do the fairy route. This is Elf on the Shelf author Shonda A. Bell. And in this TED Talk, I will present to you that she traded with a fae. She could get fame, fortune, and riches in exchange for this fae getting power and belief. Shonda, if you're watching this, you said this. You say this on your website. She wrote Elf on the Shelf based on an elf from her own childhood. She said, I'm going to self-publish this book. I need it to be successful. I need you to take care of me. And he said, I got you. Nowhere does it say based on a toy elf or based on an idea of an elf or a picture, based on an elf in her childhood. That's her own words. If I were going to make a pact with a fae, I would want it to be mutually beneficial. I would say, hey, I want to be successful beyond my wildest imagination. I don't know, maybe sell 13 million elves over the next few years.
Wow.
And the fae would say, great. I'll do that for you. I'll make that happen. I'll pull those strings in exchange. I want to be in everyone's home and at the forefront of their beliefs. I want to be a part of Christmas. In the Krampus video, we also talked about how Krampus was a pagan deity long before Christmas, but he dug his claws into Christmas and held on for dear life, and that helped him survive because Christmas is an ongoing holiday. Even when Christian washes other holidays, they can keep going. Do I think the Elf on the Shelf is bad or dangerous? No, but I do think he's accruing power very successfully and at an exponential rate. I think that this fae and Shonda are in cahoots, and they are in successful cahoots. It's a fun tradition, but I don't have an Elf on the Shelf. Merry Christmas. Don't let the fae in your home.
Yeah, we didn't do that this year. We did it last year, and last year was the only year that we've done it. But it was just... It's just more work. It's just more work as a parent on during Christmas. That is a really cool theory, though. I didn't realize that was the difference between Tulpa and Egregore. Interesting. I like learning stuff from cute girls. Anyway. That's the video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Do the usual YouTube stuff if you feel like it. It helps out. I did make a Discord. It is posted in the YouTube description and the channel description, but I don't think I've been putting it in the video description. I'll put it in the video description of this one, and I will link the article that I read about the Ishtar thing. Anyway, thank you again. I appreciate it. Hope everybody is having fun getting ready for Christmas and stuff. So yeah, have a wonderful night. Bye.